Cancer, this is your reading for May, your bonus reading. And one thing that drew me to start off right away is Ano Ano, which is our seed or intention. And I love this. The gourd is the great world. Its cover, the heavens of Kuakini. Thrust it into the netting. Attach it to the rainbow for a handle. What wisdom are you all receiving? Because right now the sun is moving into your 12th house, from your social circle, from your community, your connections. We're moving into a more hermetic moment, and we're going to see, go through the week. So we want to look at how different you guys are appearing in society, how different you're engaging your community, how you're showing up. Because I feel that if you have the option to join the Rainbow Bridge, which for me led me to move to Maui, actually. I was in ceremony with some plants, some plant medicine mushrooms, and they started singing Rainbow Bridge. In your community, are you attending medicine circles? Are you able to facilitate some? Are you able to do research on different groups who work in this way? We see from the beginning of the month, the moon moved through your 10th house of career, and maybe you had some revelations in the workplace. Maybe you were able to do research on different indigenous groups and see how you can set up your intention, just as they did with ceremony. There were different rites, different reasons to gather and come into rebirth, into planting and attaching an intention to movement, to communication in the world. Now let's look at the next week, this past weekend. With the sun conjuncting Uranus, there was a lot going on in the skies, a lot of movement through the plasma photon belt. The Earth's Schumann resonance was really exaggerated. And I see that you guys have a 9 of water, so you were taking actions in your community to plant seeds for the long term, for long-term connections, to maybe foster a bookstore, maybe some sort of you know how you walk up and there's free books in different neighborhoods. Perhaps you were doing something that you believe in, that you feel really strongly about for improving your community. And I sense that now, moving into this week of the sun having just conjuncted Jupiter, this is going to be an event that propels your community-oriented projects into a sense of this beautiful oneness. You're going to feel really connected to God over the coming week and through the end of the month, which means that your intentions are paying off, they are panning out as you hope that they would. And I sense that with your home and family life, you're going to have to develop a new emotional integrity. You're going to have to really enjoy and appreciate the people who are there for you in ways that allow for you to nurture yourself too. But I think that you're going to have to do a bit more nurturing because your community life might have taken you a bit away from the home. And we know that our Cancers are traditionally homemakers. Pisces has Saturn and Neptune going through your 6th house. So for my Cancers, you guys are feeling the need to balance out your outer world and inner world, your social life and your home life. And you're being rewarded when you do have balance, when you do go out into the world and lend a hand and then come back home having that full cup. Passion of the wild red mother. Some of you might be on your moon. Happy moon, happy mooning. I want to go back to the last week and see how communication was coming along. So there were developments in potential partnerships, ways of strategizing your presence online, and this was allowing for you to connect with your following, your intended career connections, planning some really nice gatherings for this upcoming weekend. Talking about the 19th, Sun conjunct Jupiter. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you a sense of confidence, if not urgency, to get your message out there, to be a beacon of light, to share this passion that you have for this life that you're creating at home that balances out the material and the spiritual, that balances out the inner and the outer world. As you guys are having to detox a lot of ways that you would connect with people and relate on it from an emotional perspective, it's allowing for you to express yourself in really loving and unified ways that unify you to your higher purpose, your higher message. Let's tap. I am able to access my authentic voice for the groups that I'm involved in. The groups that I'm involved in allow for me to be the spiritual being that I am in a physical form. I take the time to connect with my loved ones, assuring them of my love and concern for them as I spread my wings and move into my social life with a new sense of purpose. Cancer, I wonder if you guys are stepping into some leadership roles with Mars going through your 10th house. It might be activating new leadership potential for you guys. So let's tap for leadership. I'm a leader. I receive my wisdom from the divine. I inspire others to their truth. I'm empowered. Yeah, I sense also with career, maybe you were a homemaker for so long, and Chiron's healing those wounds and allowing for you to go out into the world with what it is that you offer. So if that could be anything from like a stand at the farmer's market, which you really need to give yourself more credit for. I feel like you're not positive enough about the steps you're taking to improve your life, so that could be holding you back from feeling this joy now that you're seeking to create in the home, and that balance that you're seeking to create. I feel that the balance on the biggest perspective is looking at everything with equal gratitude and honoring of what has gone down, what has transpired in your romantic connections, in your commercial connections. Maybe you've worked professionally in the entertainment industry before, and you have to look at what didn't pan out and what did with the same sense of reverence, because it allows for you to connect with people more authentically, Cancer, and that is going to help excel your leadership roles, and then your acceptance of what you perceive to be failures or having fallen short of your goals allows for you to also have more vulnerability in your romantic life with your romantic partners. So I sense that you have you gotta aim high, and good things are appearing on the horizon for you to receive good things. That's closeness with your spiritual team. It's a feeling of peace. It's a feeling of that balance and equal footing. You know, you might have not had the same starting point and foundation as a lot of your peers, but you're leading them. Cosmic heart. You feel things on a level that goes beyond what most people know, and maybe you've had a hard time expressing that and coming across as a leader to people, but people see you as a leader, Cancer, and if they haven't yet, throughout this month, I think that your actions will speak much more clearly and louder than your words, because you're going to be tapping into this profound silence, and it's going to look and feel marvelous. It's going to look and feel like you are wise and innocent and meek and humble. And these are qualities that people maybe once or twice can, pass by, but you're going to be seen by the people who are open to you and willing to receive you, Cancer. So just trust that the more time that you take for this deep stillness, the more renewed you'll feel, the more your message will go wide and go across a lot of different age, gender, isms, things that we associate and tie ourselves to create a oneness within your community. And the service that you're doing is going to settle itself in your life in ways that you haven't accounted for. So that might mean you feel better in your home environment and you feel a deeper connection in your romantic life, which makes the day feel much more wholesome and like you're leaps and bounds beyond where you were in the past few years. You're in a good place, Cancer. Have an amazing month of May, and I hope that this message is something that inspires you to feel that peace intentionally, Let me know how things are going for you in the comments. I would love to know. Aloha.